Have you checked the children? You're a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I mean,
Fuego
here. Sometimes we don't know.
I know. That was that little pause right there. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll go.
They heard you both. So we got Jaime and Fuego and Robert Duell down below. And yes, so we are here, guys, to interrupt once again our Christmas in Hell coverage for a special Christmas teaser trailer reaction, you guys. This is one that is the official teaser trailer for It's Me, Billy, which is the Black Christmas fan film made by Dave McCrae and Bruce Dale. So Dave McCrae, obviously, if you guys are fans of this channel, likely you know who Dave is. But this is the fan film that he is making. He shot the entire thing over the course of a couple of weeks, just about a week or two ago. And now they have cobbled together their teaser trailer for their upcoming fan film sequel to the original Black Christmas film from the 70s. So this is a film that's taking place 50 years later. So we're dealing with grandkids and such of some original characters, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe Billy himself is due to return. Now, I had never seen Black Christmas before. We had been asked to watch it by, I believe, some patrons this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I was quite happy with it, and I quite enjoyed the 2006 remake as well. The 2019 remake, definitely not so much. But I'm very excited to see Dave's take. We have reacted to their very first teaser trailer, which was the sort of just the very cinematic tour of the wall of pictures, you know, sort of leading, or a tour of the house, at least one particular shot of the house while we got to settle on the picture that gets cracked. And then we get to hear some cool phone stuff, because if anyone doesn't know, Black Christmas, the original movie, was about a slasher that ended up being named Billy that would call and torment the girls in the movie with some really crazy voices over the phone. And so they're going to be leaning into that, if I'm not mistaken. What are your guys' thoughts? Let's not have you both talk over each other. Fuego, you go first. What are your thoughts on the Black Christmas franchise?
Well, I had first seen the Black Xmas, I guess, was the kind of sequel, rebequel of sorts, because it felt to me like it could be a sequel, but you know, much prettier and gorier than the previous one. I mean, the previous 70s film, I mean, as iconic as could be, came before Halloween, one of the very first slashers, and from the Great White North, no less. And it's been a while since I saw that teaser that you mentioned, but I do remember that, you know, fan films aren't always really polished and professional looking, but that definitely had that air about it. And I would love to get the bad taste of last year's remake out of my mouth. So I'm ready for this. Robert?
Yeah, I would really like just to forget about that Blumhouse version really quickly. But no, actually, so that's actually a funny thing, because that version was my first taste into the Black Christmas universe and everything like that, and then went through and just when we ended up watching this, was it the original for the Patreon, and then the Black Xmas, the 2006 remake. Both of those, actually liked those quite a bit. So, and that being said, with watching the previous trailer that we had for this, I'm pretty excited. Even what Fuego was saying, the trailer that we got definitely seemed pretty polished. It was definitely well done.
Definitely did, and I do have to acknowledge that, yes, Dave is going to be Freddy in Dylan's New Nightmare when we finally get around to making it after this COVID mess finally gets under control. But that is not going to have any bearing. We are going to be honest no matter what we see. But always. Look, the previous teaser was worthy of our praise. Let's see if this one is. What do you guys say?
Oh, yeah. Let's do this.
All right, so pulling it up here, and let me know when you guys are ready to go.
I'm all set.
Fuego, you good?
All systems go.
So we will let's get this lethal weapon shit out of the way. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
All right.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I gotta make one of these for DNA.
Yeah. Kind of part of the proceedings, right?
I really gotta start taking care of myself.
Dope drone shot.
You're not
Fuego,
like
am I
her.
hearing double because of you again?
You're strong.
I only have it on half volume,
Grandma.
but
All right. Maybe it's the trailer. Wow. The production value, though.
they're very high.
So, do you think the killer's still out there?
Dun, dun, dun. The rotary phone.
Yeah.
Hello?
Ooh.
I like that.
Wow.
Oh, that's it? No, really? Oh,
Just
Short.
the
Very
tape.
short.
son of a bitch.
But it was a good little teaser
Yeah, it
trailer.
really was.
Honestly,
Okay, wait. I'm gonna play it one more time with sound. Okay, so
Yeah,
let me know when you guys are back at the beginning. Okay.
I'm back. Herps.
all right.
Let's just watch it quiet because I know we won't get hit with copyright for this one. So
Okay.
let's just watch this one quiet. We'll absorb it and then we'll talk about it
saying it.
after.
Okay. Sorry, guys. That was my
No,
fault.
that's my fault too. Look, we're trained to talk because of copyright, but I'm pretty sure Dave won't hit us for copyright. So, all right, y'all ready?
All right. Y'all ready
All right.
for this?
All right, 3, 2, 1, watch.
I really gotta start taking care of myself, Emma. I don't want to end up like her.
You're not like her. You're strong, like your grandma. So, do you think the killer's still out there?
Hello?
Okay, so it was You Better Go.
You let her go.
Let her go. Okay.
Without you. Okay, yeah, I think that's what he's saying. You let her go, and then the other person says without you. So I think one of them is going to go somewhere and get killed because of it, maybe. Or maybe we're mishearing. But nonetheless, I got to say, I'm quite glad that we just did that, just listening to it, because I had missed the entire grandma-granddaughter connection since we were talking over it the first time.
Yeah.
Well,
but
it makes me wonder too. Like if it's going to be like obviously the main actress from the original, because she does pretty much look like her.
well, she's meant to be the granddaughter of her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so it is of our main girl from.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the characters' names because I've only seen the movie once, but I know
Same.
I know that brown-haired girl is meant to be the granddaughter of one of the girls from the original movie.
Be one of those. I mean, a surviving character too. I would imagine, right? To actually have a grandmother granddaughter relationship. So
Correct. I think this is a very atmospheric trailer. I think they did a really good job for such a short little tease. It makes me, frustrated that it's just a teaser, but that's what the best teaser trailers do, right?
yeah, pique the interest, get you excited. There's something, growing up here in the desert, that there's something ominous and just very eerie about just being, covered in snow and almost the whole trapped aspect of it to a degree. And I'm assuming it's going to be a small cast, maybe just these few girls who, maybe they stayed when everybody else was going home for Christmas or whatever. And so that just heightens just, being in a small group, the fear factor too, and just the paranoia and whatnot, especially if somebody's messing with you. But I mean, the phone call was creepy, man. And that was obviously the selling point for me of the whole thing, which is why they ended the teaser with it. So
I agree. And I mean, I don't want to peel back the curtain too much. So if you don't want to know what's behind the voice, then stop watching right now. But I believe this, like the first teaser, is Dave doing the voice. I mean, he's a professional voice actor. You know, that's what he does, and so I can actually recognize that first voice as his sort of kid cartoon voice that he's done in the past that I've heard before. But then the next one is the like I love the juxtaposition of the kid voice versus the evil old man voice, like I'm gonna fucking get you kind of thing. The juxtaposition in just those two tiny lines, I think, shows a adept vocal ability that a movie like Black Christmas, where your main character is on the phone quite a bit, really relies upon. And I think that's a very strong suit for for this film to lean on. I don't know, just some of my initial impressions. Fuego, what about you?
Just have to also mention the fact that there is something that much more sinister about that sort of like schizophrenia almost, with the shifting of the voices and stuff. I mean,
Truth.
That ups the creep factor significantly, man. And you can only imagine that this far removed, like 50 years later, this has probably only gotten worse. It's probably just rotted like a fruit kind of situation or something, man.
Oh, that's such a good image, Fuego. Good for you. Like the rotting fruit in the head. Like just his brain is just rotting, and so this disassociative order that he has already has only deteriorated, and so now all the things are blending together and everything. Like, oh, that's really cool. I like that assessment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Robert, follow that up.
Well, I'm surely not going in that much goddamn detail. I'll tell you that much. But no, I like how this is set up and shot and everything, especially with how even like on our opening scene. I'm a sucker for snow shots. Like I love the winter time, so you set anything in that season, give me a good enough story and I'll stick around. But no, I'm excited for this. Like you were saying earlier, Dave has talent with his voice acting, and it definitely shows. So like if he actually is going to be doing the voice for the entire film, I'm even more excited.
Yeah, and also since the original film didn't really rely on gore, so to speak, a lot of that 70s stuff didn't, whether it was
psychological,
or even Texas Chainsaw or whatever. It was that whole messing with the minds of these women. And I'm assuming it's going to be this direct sequel sort of situation. It's not going to go for like the gore factor like we got in Black Xmas. It's going to be just more of that brooding psychological torment sort of situation. And since those are, they're coming primarily from the phones. So, I mean, props to, Dave wanting to spearhead this with his buddy. And, it's in very capable hands from my estimation. No ass kissing required here. So.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like I had fun with the 2006 remake and everything.
Oh, I did too. I dig that movie.
That movie had some really fun kills and everything. And even the ending. Like I dug how they did up the ending and everything. It was a fun, gory remake.
Yeah, the backstory expansion was interesting in that one too. So
I mean, I like that this teaser in such a short time is showing such filmmaking prowess, though. You know what I mean? Like you can see clearly from let's see, it's the 10-second mark when the actual footage starts. You get the drone shot. You get a very capable back and forth of these two girls out in front of the house. You get the main girl looking at the button on or the decoration on the tree, and then you get this very capable trio tete-a-tete at the dinner table. You get this drone shot at the outside again. And the funny thing about it, I will say that Dave told a little bit of a backstory on his channel where they didn't know whether they were going to get snow or not. And they were like, they just wrote the script so it could work either way. And it just so happened that literally the day they arrived on set to film, the snowstorm came in and started blanketing everything with the snow. So all of this snow is just happenstance. It is just the movie gods twinkling down the lovely white for this little fan film. And, it's pretty obvious to me that this crew is very deserving of, such benefits because, man, it looks like they put the time and the effort in to make it at the very least, a gorgeous looking movie. I mean, I can't speak to the story yet because we haven't seen it yet, obviously, but I feel like it's in very, very capable hands between Dave and Bruce.
Yeah, and like I'm excited, especially for the interior shots of the house, because even by the dinner scene shot that we have, like, it's gonna look gorgeous.
Yeah, they got a really outstanding place for for their actual filming, and it's pretty freaking. I mean, with a fan film like this, location. It's like real estate.
100%.
And
with any sort of low budget horror, man. I mean, that just ups the ante and makes everything so much easier.
So yeah, I mean, I am super
yeah.
on board, super excited. Obviously, we're not going to get this until spring of next year, but it's definitely something to look forward to. And I don't know. Final thoughts, boys.
Yeah, I did have one thing that I've been thinking about, the line of dialogue where she's being told you're nothing like her, referring to, grandmother and stuff. It makes me assume in that case, from a storytelling standpoint, they are probably exploring PTSD from a survivor, whether it's depression, alcoholism, whatever, and that sort of thing.
Did she go crazy? What happened?
Tends to trickle down, to daughter, and then in turn to the next generation as well, in the granddaughter, and so that I'm already intrigued from where they can go with that sort of correlation and just being passed along sort of thing, and maybe that just makes her more prepared to be badass. Maybe that makes her, if she does become our final girl, more frail and fearful. I mean, there's a lot of angles they could take this from, and I'm intrigued. So,
here's some. Go ahead, go ahead, Robert.
No, I was gonna say, like, well, kind of semi-echo off of what Fuego just said, but it's kind of what they did for the new Halloween movies, with Jamie Lee Curtis's character having that PTSD, kind of being the shut away from the family and things like that. So that'd be kind of an interesting take if they did it like that.
Yeah. Curiouser and curious.
Yeah. I love this main girl's eyes, man. They're huge, doe-like, and so expressive. That kind of thing works so well for a lead character. She's got, I mean, look, I'm at 51 seconds. If you guys go to 51 seconds and pause, it's her on the phone. I mean, tell me that they didn't frame this up like she wouldn't be Sidney Prescott in a reboot right now.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, that's where I mean, this film was so influential on stuff like Scream and various others that implemented the whole telephone torment sort of situation. And yeah, she looks spooked, man. She really does. And even the hesitant answering, like she pauses, almost waiting for the other line to start talking before her. So
it's lovely when even a teaser trailer can show this level of nuance between both filmmaking and on-screen talent. So it's exciting.
And also reveal very little of anything at all. There's often times where I really like going in blind and not knowing too much, especially with an established IP like this. So yeah, man, bring it on.
It's both exciting and frustrating because it means
yes.
I really gotta fucking. Well, no, and I gotta really raise the game for DNN. Whatever level they set, I gotta be like, okay, well, another bar to make sure DNN clears. So
keeps you on your toes, man. Motivation.
Indeed. All right, so that's gonna do it for our reaction to this teaser trailer for the Black Christmas fan film It's Me, Billy. Let us know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. Yeah, but also I was gonna mention real quick, it's rare that you can watch a fan film teaser trailer and be like, that makes me want to watch the original movie. You know what I mean? And it does. I'm going to rewatch the original movie in preparation for this to make sure it's all fresh in my mind and ties in directly. And I would recommend anyone else do the same, especially if you've never gotten around to actually watching the original Black Christmas.
And you call yourselves horror fans if you haven't.
Don't do that bullshit. I hate you fucking people. You're not a horror fan if you haven't.
And I say it facetiously because of the fact that we get it.
You're fired,
so
Fuego.
often,
Fuego,
man.
you're fired. Turn off your camera.
It's been fun, guys.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to our patrons for supporting the channel more directly. The link to that is in the description box down below, as well as the like button and the subscribe button. If you haven't clicked on those, feel free to do so because there's lots of stuff coming. And as you watch this, tomorrow is Christmas Day, and you will see the culmination of our Christmas in Hell coverage with our Hellraiser tier list ranking. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, double check and make sure you watched our review of the Sherlock Holmes versus Hellraiser book, which just went up today along with this episode. So make sure you check both of those out. Good quality content leading into the new year. Thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Robert Duell.
Gracias, I've been Jaime and Fuego. We got it that time.
I don't know how because I fully expected it to be reversed. And remember, guys,
So did I.
stay scared.
Stay scared.